uh, uh, word I can say for the accomplishment is the communication. The key word for this accomplishment was the communication. So if you ask me what is the key for success, key for success is the communication. So we keep talking in districts. I'm sure there must be some region chairpersons in this group. There must be some zone chairpersons in this group. So we normally have monthly review meetings at district level with governor, RCs, RCs, that what's happening and how many clubs are performing, how many clubs are not performing, how many clubs are bringing in members. So we always, the region chairperson, the zone chairperson always bring in report saying that I have got, say, 4 clubs in my zone and 10 clubs in my region. There are two presidents who have not even reported, sent a single communication, and others have sent communication. But my question to those region chairpersons and zone chairpersons that out of 10 the presidents, 8 have communicated, 2 have not communicated. But how many of the presidents we have replied back and communicated back to those presidents and appreciating their efforts, whatever may be the accomplishment at the club level? For example, if a club has extended a new club, or if a club has brought in 5 new members, or if a club has done a wonderful service project, or a club has contributed to LCIF. So, how many of you have sent communication back to those presidents, congratulating them and appreciating their efforts, whatever may be the accomplishment, with a copy to other 9 presidents? So that may, instead of complaining about 2 presidents, that makes what your communication to all 10 presidents, appreciating 1 president, will motivate other presidents to start doing something. Oh, okay, my colleague president has done something great and brought in a new club. Let me also start doing something great, something, let me make a beginning. And then, because he has not communicated to you, because he or she has not done anything that point of time. So I'm sure 100% these presidents will certainly start working and then communicate back to you, and that would be the communication kind of expectation from a leader at the district level we expect. So that's what I've done. Now I will give my secret of success. I used to communicate to 29 governors. If a governor extends a club, whatever the things I've told for a club, the same thing for the district also. So I used to communicate to a district governor and complimenting the services of a district governor, and copy to other 28 governors and other leaders in the district, in the multiple. And that used to wake up these other governors and look, one governor has brought in 100 new members and under 100 net growth. One governor has given 100 MJFs. So I've not done much. So let me start doing. So this kind of communication back and forth with a copy to others, that's really started giving the results. So even today, I'm not trying to boast myself, but even today we have become 5 multiples, 3 to 4 elsewhere. South India multiple has become now 5 multiples, linguistic basis, mostly state-wise. Even today, if you add all the 5 multiples net growth for last 13 years, since I 30, more than 13 years, 2007, 8, I was a council chairman. Even if you add all the 5 multiple districts net growth, it has not crossed 10,000. So the simple point here is the communication, motivating the governors who have done a great job, and copying the same thing to other governors. So that really worked. And I'm sure you got my point, and you all got opportunity to do this at various levels. And also, I used to ask governors, You expect a call from a president saying that I've done this, and whatever they have accomplished. But how many of the governors are calling presidents and talking to them? And it is always top to bottom communication is most important than expecting bottom to top communication. So the what gives us success is top to bottom communication. The Jetsi call, sending message to mails to or messages to presidents, RC sending messages to presidents, copy to Jetsis. So top to bottom communication is most important in our organization. Imagine today our president sends a communication, all of us will be more curious to read what communication our president has sent to us. So this is what is most important. And the key to success is communication, and beyond is putting in efforts till you accomplish. Yeah, you keep putting efforts to accomplish your goal, and 100% you will succeed. So there's no rocket science here to accomplish your goals and to succeed in life, in our organization, in personal goals, let it be your business, professional, whatever it is. So that kind of persuasion is required, and I'm sure we'll all succeed. So we are all eager to listen to Nabil. I don't want to take much of your time, and I had various occasions to reach to you. And I would like to conclude my address saying communicate, communicate, communicate. So it's my pleasure to inaugurate SkillUP 17. And once again, my compliments to nagaRAJU, and also my compliments to all the participants in this the Zoom training program. And once again, I would like to compliment each one of you. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for that very powerful note on the importance of communication. I think the power of communication cannot be overemphasized. Whether it's a two-member family or a whole government or a global situation, communication is the cornerstone of success of any organization. And I'm very happy that you pointed that out. I don't think I ever had to wait even for a few hours whenever I sent a message to Lion Krishna Reddy Garu, and prompt came the reply. So he not only speaks about it, but he lives by it. So thank you very much, sir, for sparing your time. And then I know it has been really very difficult for you to give us time. I could not get you here over the last 3 or 4 episodes that I tried because you are busy with other commitments. Thank you very much for coming.
It's not that I'm very busy. I could not make it, but unfortunately, I was traveling much to Goa because I've got some projects there. The problem is Goa, the signals are not that great at different locations. So correcting is little problem. That's the reason I was postponing this.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Anyway, thank you for your time. Thank you for your message. And I'm very happy that you have pointed out the significance. I think quite a lot of us need to learn the importance of top to bottom. Wherever we are, there is a lot that we can communicate and benefit people who are working along with us. Thank you once again. Welcome once again to everybody who has joined us late. And before we move on, I just would like to make 2 very short announcements. One, if you wish to have your attendance reported to the Learn portal, please post your member number in the chat box. That will help me report your attendance, and I'm sure that's going to help you in the long run. And the second thing, in case you keep your videos on, it will be great. If you have any inconvenience, of course, you can switch them off. But microphones are switched off. You cannot unmute yourselves. In case you would like to speak at any point of time, please raise your virtual hand so that I can unmute you and you can speak. At the end of the program, after the presentation is over by Nabil, you will all be allowed to ask questions, answer questions. So Nabil has been a great friend of mine, one of the best that I have, one of the best friends in Lionism that I have ever made. Nabil and I worked together on 1 or 2 institutes, and we had a lot of time spent together, especially when he came to India. I had the privilege of accompanying him around in Hyderabad. I took him around. The kind of insight that he has into Indian culture, Indian civilization really amazed me. I took him to a place called Birla Mandir. I took him a place, some other places. But the way he interacted with me, the way he told me about what he knew about India and its culture, really, lots of things he told me I did not know. So this was a big surprise to me. I enjoyed traveling with him. I enjoyed meeting even overseas outside India, and it has been always a pleasure talking to him. You might be surprised to know that he's a 21-year-old lion in a 71-year-old club. 71-year-old clubs, there are not many, I think. So I don't know if does anybody know where he is from? Do you mind taking half a minute to write in the chat box from which club he is? This 71-year-old club, does anybody know? He is from Tripoli. So he is from Tripoli Lions Club, which is 71 years old. Another thing that interested me when I read his profile was in India, Lions districts are very small geographical areas. Typically, I mean, we are a large country, of course, but within the state also, for instance, I am from a state called Telangana, and there are 7 districts within this geographical state. So the governor's jurisdiction, a governor's area, geographical area is very small. But Nabil, when he became district governor, he was a district governor for 3 countries. This might surprise Indians here because we don't have that kind of large geographical areas. So he represented Lebanon, he represented Jordan, he represented Palestine, and he also represented Iraq in a way. So this is how a geographical area spread, and he was district governor during 2019-20, I think, if I'm right. And professionally, he is a certified chartered public accountant, and he's associated with many other professional organizations, social organizations, cultural organizations, and humanitarian initiatives. He also founded an organization called United for Accounting and Auditing. This is the name of the organization he founded, and he still heads it. He serves on many different institutes and organizations. Today, he is going to talk to us about defining training objectives. I think all of us know how important the definition of the objectives is important before we begin any training initiative. So how important objectives, definition of objectives is, and how we go about that is what Nabil is going to speak about.
Nabil Nassour from District 351, Lebanon. I was past district governor in 2019-20. I'm now coordinating Lions for the Republic of Iraq. I'm LCIP since 2019. 17 is my lucky number. And I was born on the day of 17th, and this is the 17th SkillUP episode of the well-designed training program prepared and organized by our dearest brother, friend, and guru, Lion nagaRAJU. Thank you for that. Who has assigned to me to prepare this session on defining training objectives. For that, let us make together a small reflection by answering a very simple question. Why we do trainings? Why we do trainings? Please insert your feedbacks and answers in the chat box, and sure, my nagaRAJU will help us in reading some of your precious comments and feedbacks.
The answers have started coming in, Nabil. There are answers like Haifa says for self-improvement, and LCF area leader Aida says for more skills. There is an answer from Dima Jamal, updating our knowledge. To upskill is Anand Ayer's answer. And to enable is the Shankar Venkatakrishna Prasad's answer. Improving skills is the answer from Habib Abla. And updating is Deema Jamal's answer. Rajesh says updating knowledge. Anton Said says improving our skills. Updation is the answer from Prabhakar Reddy. And PV Ramana says to gain more knowledge. And Raja Sundaram says development. Lalji Verma says to refresh and sharpen our skills. Vijay Kumar Shetty says upskilling. Better communication is the answer from Hanmanlu. To develop knowledge powers is Jagdish Purohit's answer. For making leaders is Chetna Bhatia's answer. And updating knowledge is Jaya Mohan's answer. To promote, update, etc. is Gauri Chavan's answer. There are many others. Do you want me to go on?
No, thank you, thank you. As you noticed, that the most relevant word is coming again and again and again is one word, one simple word, is to improve. So we do training to improve, but the second essential keyword, can anyone help me in making a real sentence improve what? Please insert your answers. To improve what?
Skills and meeting people and culture. Skills again. Skills is the answer from many people. Leadership, improving oneness, effectiveness, communication skills, progress.
Very wonderful. Wonderful. If we go on and on and on, all answers will be focused on one word, improving skills. So what is a must to know while preparing a training program session is what are our training objectives. It is the most important frame of our work as trainer. So training objectives is built on, for this session, like we will define training objectives. We will see why training objectives, and see the training process roadmap. We will be determining the training objectives, and we will use the SMART objectives. Then we will see the objectives from the trainer's perspective. Training objectives are specific goals or outcomes that are set for a training program or a session. These objectives define what participants should be able to know, understand, or do at the end of the training. They provide direction and focus for the training and guide the design and delivery of the learning activities. Training objectives should be clear, concise, and measurable. They should be linked to the overall goals and needs of the individuals being trained. By defining training objectives, it helps trainers and learners at the same time to understand the purpose and expected outcomes of the training. As we have seen before in your answers, in your precious answers, that there is too many training objectives. It's related to the topic. What will be the session about? It can be to develop knowledge and understanding of new software. It could be to enhance leadership. I don't know, to train on safety, to improve sales, whatever kind of training it will apply. So why it is important to have training objectives? In my opinion, it is the most important part of the training program because simply it leads the design of the training. It shows us the roadmap of the training session and how and when to finish, when to start and when to finish, and how to deliver the training session. Also, it provides us a clear guidelines and develop training program in less time, in less precious time of our life as trainers. It focuses especially on the needs of the training program, and sure, it helps in adhering to a plan. The training objectives will make us have a clear vision and a plan where to start, when to start, what to say, and when to finish our session. So the training is based on 3 components, clear components. The training is based on the objectives, on the needs, and on the means required, what is required as professional skills. Maybe I'm not the person who knowledgeable enough to deal with this session. The needs, which skills I must have as a presenter or as a trainee to participate or to be part of this session. The means, the tools, what kind of tools I have to use to reach the objectives already planned in my session. That's why training is based on a clear formula. It is based on a training process roadmap. Very visionary. We have for any training objectives or any training, we have first to start with the training need analysis, with the training needs assessment to know where to start and what to say. The second major part and object is the training objectives, my own roadmap as a trainer. The third part will be the training delivery, as we are doing now, delivering the session, delivering the trainer, delivering what is already has been prepared to reach you as trainee, as participant, as friends. And at the end, we have to look always on the training evaluation. Why training evaluation? Because we always need to reshape our process of training. We want to reshape ideas. We want to reshape the training objectives we put to meet the modification, the progress we made with the trainee. So the training process refers to the series of activity and procedures undertaken to improve an individual knowledge, skills, or abilities in a specific area or job. It includes planning, organizing, delivering, and evaluating programs to enhance performance and competence. Is it enough to know about the roadmap of the training? It is not enough to know about the roadmap. Our objective, the session objective, is the training objectives. We have to know the ABCD of the training objectives. Before preparing the objectives and determining the training objectives, we should clearly consider the A, the most important part of our session is the audience, the trainee background. So it's so important to consider the background and characteristic of the audience and trainees who will be participating in the training or learning activity. Different audiences may have different levels of knowledge, skills, or experience, which will impact the objectives and approach of the training. The second, the B, is the behavior, the type of change. For me as trainer, have to understand the specific behaviors or actions that you want to see as a change, that you want to see essentially is set in setting clear change and achievable objectives. Whether it is acquiring new skills, changing attitudes, or improving in performance. Defining the desired behavior change will surely help guide the development of the objectives. Third, the condition. Considering the conditions under which the change is expected to occur is crucial for effective objective settings. This includes several factors such as the context, the environment, the resources, maybe the support, the available support for the trainees. By identifying these conditions, you can better, as a trainer, better tailor the objectives and strategies to facilitate the desired change. And D is the degree of change. To what you have to extend your session objectives, to what level you have to you will extend your session objectives. So determining the degree or extend the change that is desired is essential for setting realistic, measurable objectives. As we start by the definition, whether the objectives is to increase knowledge or to improve performance or change behavior, specifying the expected degree of change will help in assessing progress and surely evaluating the effectiveness of the training program. Now we know about the ABCD of the training. Each training objective has a purpose. What will be our purpose of training as a training objectives? The purpose of training is a range a broad range of objectives targeted to facilitating learning and development in individuals or groups. It could be creating awareness. A training can be designed to create awareness about specific topic, issue. This purpose involves introducing the participant to new informations or ideas. By increasing awareness, training helps individuals to better understand the importance and relevance of certain subjects. Vice versa, training of general who generate interest in a particular subject or generating interest could encourage participants to explore further and delve deeper into the subject. In motivate learning, motivation can be fostered through various strategies, such as setting clear goals, providing incentives, encouraging learning environment. What I like most is imparting learning or imparting knowledge. It's one of the primary purposes of training, imparting knowledge. One of the primary purpose. This involves delivering information, facts, theories, and this comes directly from a peer, from someone who has similar, he has nearly like same education, not the same level, but same education. Trainers here may use various instructional methods, such as lecturers, presentation, multimedia resources, to effectively convey knowledge to participants. Changing attitude. This training can be instrumental in promoting attitude change by presenting new perspectives, facilitating discussions, providing evidence-based information. Trainers here can help participants develop more positive and open-minded attitude. At the end, purpose of training could be develop skills. This purpose involves providing participants with the necessary knowledge, techniques, practices, opportunity to acquire or enhance their own personal skills. Skill development training may include hands-on services, simulations, role-playing, or other learning activities. Overall, these purposes of training works together to create comprehensive learning experience, enabling individuals to gain knowledge, acquire new skills, and develop the right mindset to apply their learning effectively in various personal and professional contexts. Now we know about the purpose. We have to wrap the purpose on what we call it the SMART training objectives. What do we mean by SMART training objectives? Yes, it is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. But when applying it to training objectives, when we are creating these training objectives, it is important to ensure that they are all well-defined, specific, and precise. This means that they should clearly state what the trainees are expected to learn or achieve during the training program. Training objectives should be based on the specific needs of the trainees. This requires conducting throughout analysis of the trainees' knowledge. By aligning the objectives with the trainees' needs, the training program becomes more relevant and useful for their professional growth. Another important aspect is that the objectives should be designed in a way that directly supports and enhances the trainees' performance in their specific job functions. What does it ensure? It ensures that the training is practical, it is applicable, it will increase the likelihood of successful transfer of learning. The SMART training objectives should be also should have been measurable, because this allows for the evaluation of the trainees, the progress and the effectiveness of the training program. Measurable objectives enable trainers to track the trainees' performance. You can monitor the progress of your trainees, and you can ensure the continuous improvement in their performance and attitude. In addition, it is important to identify and enlist criteria against which success can be measured or judged. Having well-defined criteria for success provide you clarity and allows for fair and consistent evaluation of the trainees' performance. SMART training objectives should be also clearly specify the desired end result. It is always what we are looking for, the end result. This clarity helps both the trainers and the trainee to understand the intent, outcome, and work towards achieving them. It will be going smoothly both ways, from trainer perspective and from trainees perspective. In summary, nutshells of SMART training objectives are well defined, specific, and precise. They are based on the training needs of the trainees, directly related to the job roles, and define measurable changes. They identify and enlist criteria for success, specify end results, and are achievable within the allotted time. We have very narrow time in delivering our sessions. We cannot exceed, we cannot be short. This is a precious time. By incorporating this characteristic into training objectives, organizations can design effective and impactful training programs that contribute to the professional development of their members. Now we have wrapped the all criterias, the purpose, and the nutshells of the training objectives. There is another perspective we have to tackle, and this perspective is the training objectives from the trainer perspective. By defining training objective from the perspective of a trainer, you can provide trainees with a clear roadmap. Training session is a roadmap. It is well defined, clear. The setup is meticulous of what they need to learn and achieve, ultimately enhancing their ability to contribute to their learner process. You can describe and classify observable knowledge, skills, attitude, behaviors, and abilities of learners, and what learners are expected to learn in this course by using the 3 set of hierarchical models and framework of Bloom's taxonomy based on 6-level educational learning goal. This is the Bloom's taxonomy education learning goals. It is based on 6 levels of learning. What is your target? What is your goal of learning? If you are planning to use the base, the remember level, you go and search and seek information in this area. It is about retaining and recalling information. It is about memorizing. If you go to the second, if you are planning your session to go to the second level to understand, it's the grasp, the meaning of something. It's about reporting, describing, summarizing. If you want to apply, it is a framework. It is the base of every and each session objectives. You can idealize your action plan by using this framework. It is very valuable. Go be familiar with it while preparing your session. As a trainer, it is my responsibility to define clear and specific training objectives. These objectives should align with the overall goals and mission of the organization or individual being trained. There are 8 key points to consider when defining training objectives for volunteers. The first is the knowledge and understanding. Identify the specific knowledge areas that trainees needs to learn in order to effectively contribute to the organization. This may include understanding the history, the program, the policies, and the procedure, etc., etc. The skills development is to determine the skills that trainees needs to acquire and enhance in order to perform their roles effectively. This could involve training in communication, in teamwork, in problem solving, leadership, and technical activities. The role-specific objectives is to tailor the training objectives based on the specific roles and responsibility of the trainee. For instance, if trainees will be involved in outreach activity, training objectives may focus on developing communication and public speaking. When we speak about scope and time frame, we clearly define the scope and time frame of training. This may include the duration of training, the number of sessions, and any follow-up plan to reinforce learning. Outcome expectation. Establish as a trainer clear outcomes that trainees should be able to achieve after completing the training. These outcomes should be measurable and observable, allowing you to assess the effectiveness of the training. Motivation and engagement. It's your role to consider the trainees' motivation and engagement levels when designing the training objectives. Ensure that the objectives are relevant, meaningful, aligned with their personal interest in order to maximize their commitment and enthusiasm. The evaluation criteria, you have to identify these criteria and use it to evaluate the trainees' learning and performance. This may involve knowledge assessment or observation during real situations. The continuous improvement continuously assess and refine your training objectives based on feedbacks from trainees or other opinion. I think the time has come.
Yeah, yes. Nabil, can we have some questions
objectives now? Our session objective. The floor is open because the purpose of training is to tighten up the slack, toughen the body, and polish the spirit. And really, I thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Nabil. Thank you for that comprehensive presentation about the need, the purpose, and the usefulness of defining objectives for any training program. I think it's very useful to all of us. We have time for 1 or 2 questions only. Dr. Saroj has already risen her hand. Dr. Saroj, your question, please. Straight to question. Yeah.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
First of all, I would like to give my heartfelt gratitude to the Nabil sir for enlightening session on training objectives. And my question is, what should a facilitator keep in mind while defining objectives of skill-based training compared to soft skill training?
Why you are making diversity between skill training and soft skill?
Actually, sir, skill-based training is measurable at somewhere, but soft skill training are not measurable. So
let's say.
Yes, sir. So what is the main difference when we're deciding about the objective of both these trainings?
As you mentioned, soft skill training is not measurable.
So somewhere at some points, it's not measurable as the skill-based training.
True. When you bring let's make a scenario. Okay.
Yes, sir.
If we want to improve sales, okay?
Yeah.
If we want to improve sales, okay?
Yes, sir.
And we want to apply the ABCD factors on that. What should we do? Okay? What should we do? First, assess the audience. We have to see the background of the personnel, the staff we have. We can find that there is several levels of experience in sales. Some have received training, some not. We also see that trainees have different roles within the retail store. There's floor staff and different cashiers, customer service. We have to understand understanding these backgrounds helps us in customize this training objective to address the specific needs and skill level of each group. Okay? We can.
Nabil, shall we move on to the next question? There is very little time. There is only just 1 or 2 minutes left. I invite Habib Abla to please ask the next question.
Hello, thank you, PDG Nabil, for the insightful presentation, very helpful. In fact, it's like a small comment and a follow-up on the previous question. Whatever you have shared with us today is like a tool for any presentation we can use, regardless of the subject and the audience. I think what we have to keep in mind, and the takeaway of this SkillUP session, is that one topic can have several 10, 15 ways of delivering, depending on the audience, the level, and the facilitators. So the tools are there. We have to follow up the step-by-step, the ABCD, the objective, the assessment, in order to deliver the right message according to the need of the objective of the session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Habibji, for that input. The last question comes from Shankar Venkatekrishna Prasad.
Hi, Nabil. Good evening to you. We are Facebook friends anyway, so yeah. I just want to check, as a district governor spread across 3 countries, how did you manage your trainings? Just to know, I mean, you will have GLTs and multiple district GLTs, all of them are fine, but then as a district governor across 3 countries of Lebanon, Iraq, and Jordan, how did you manage, sir?
It is Lebanon, Jordan, and Palestine as district governor. And also, there's between the audience, I'm privileged that our LCIF area leader, PDG Aida Kawar, is also a PDG of District 351. And she's from Jordan. I'm from Lebanon. It is about brotherhood and friendship. While I was district governor, just remember it was 2019-20. It was the pandemic era, okay? And I managed to visit Jordan for 32 times in 8 months. 32 times in 8 months. This is the commitment. This is the communication. This is the address, the opening speech of PID Krishna Reddy. Communication, learning about
training needs,
families and friends that are living outside your own country. We share many things together. As Raju said in the beginning, yes, with the Indian people, we share a lot as Mediterranean people. We have the same history, we have the same mindset, and we look forward for the better of our nations. So dealing with 3 countries, when you are trained to do it, you do it easily, and you are very well supported by your friends from other country, for your Lions friends, because they were always waiting for your presence, always ready to receive you warmly and in the right and typical manner.
Thank you.
I feel the same. I feel the same, even if I am in Jordan or in India or in Bangladesh. It is the same feeling, the same warm feeling.
Thank you, Nabil. Thank you very much for telling us about your personal experience in that war kind of a zone in which you worked as a governor. And then there are lots of visa related issues and so many other problems. I know you told me once. So despite that, you are a very successful governor, and then your presentation has been really very comprehensive and insightful and useful to all of us. Thank you. I'm sorry I'm stopping a few others who have raised their hands from asking questions because we are already a little late. We were only at 10:16, now 1 minute already late. I request every one of you to extend this program by 4 or 5 minutes so that we can have a formal vote of thanks. Before I invite Dr. Lakshmi to propose the vote of thanks, I just would like to tell you, Nabil has been going through, some kind of a travail over the last fortnight. His daughter has not been well. He has been in and out of the hospital over the last fortnight. Today is the first day he is completely free after a very, 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 very long time. So despite that, he has made it. I must congratulate him for the effort that he has made, for the trouble he has taken, and also for the wonderful presentation that he has made. So thank you very much.
I learned from a master. It is the commitment.
Yeah. I love the way you have kept your commitment. In fact, till yesterday, I was not even sure whether you would be really able to do it because of the exigency at your home. Thank you very much for that. The next, before I invite Dr. Lakshmi, I already made this announcement, but I'd like to repeat in case you'd like your attendance to be reported to Lions Club International, the Learn portal. Please write your number in the chat box. I now invite Dr. Lakshmi, who is going to make the next presentation. It may not be out of place to tell you that Lion Kalyani, who was supposed to make the next presentation, again is seriously ill. In case you know her, please send your good wishes to her. She has been severely ill, and she had some lung infection. And in fact, she went through some very serious medical issue. And instead of Mrs. Kalyani, it's Dr. Lakshmi who is going to make the presentation the next time. So, Dr. Lakshmi, it's time for vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir. Respected dignitaries, esteemed guests, dear participants, and dedicated Leos. I take this opportunity to extend my heartfelt gratitude to each one of you for gracing us with your presence in the SkillUP series of 17. It is indeed an honor to have had the opportunity to host you all today. We are immensely grateful to our distinguished guest, past International Director, V.V. Krishna Reddy, for his gracing the occasion with his valuable insights and guidance. Your presence has added immense value to our event, sir, and we are truly honored to have had the privilege to learn from your vast experience and your success mantra, communication. All the aspiring leaders to note. I would also like to express our sincere appreciation to our esteemed speaker of day, Nabil Nasser, for his enlightening session on defining training objectives. Your expertise and passion for the subject have undoubtedly inspired us all, sir. For excellence in our training endeavors, this is a stepstone. ABCD of training objectives, which will help us all. And indeed, it is a day nutshell with was smart. A special word of thanks to our event facilitator, M. nagaRAJU, for orchestrating today's proceedings with fineness and ensuring that everything ran smoothly. Your dedication and commitment are truly commendable, and we learn every time we interact with you, sir. Last but not least, I extend my gratitude to all Leos, Pratyusha, Raviraj, Karthik Reddy, and Akhila, who took time to engage with the Lions Code of Ethics today. and all the participants who made this session successful with their participation and presence. Your commitment to upholding the values of integrity, respect, and service is truly inspiring. As we conclude today's session, I'm thrilled to announce that the next session is a SkillUP series is scheduled on 28th of March, which will focus on value-based leadership training and will be conducted by none other than myself. And taking the inputs of today's session would be a great advantage to lead forward. I extend a warm invitation to each one of you to join us once again as we delve deeper into this important aspect of leadership development and training. Once again, thank you everyone who contributed to the success of today's event. Your presence and participation have made it truly memorable. Shubh Ratri.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. So that's where we end the program, but this Zoom call will be on for another 5 to 10 minutes to say hello to each other.